starting list, right? So list is nothing just like array, but we can't say here array, right? Because in Python list, oh sorry, there is this issue with, okay, in Python list and array both are different. Arrays are defined in a library known as NumPy, right? List is core data type, arrays are not core data type. So list is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means it can have integer, float, anything. For example, 5, 16, Python 2.5 or true, right? It can have any type of value, float, boolean, string, integer, it can have any type of value. It can also have any other object. For example, I have created a class student, right? Okay, I have defined that class, right? Now it can also have object of student, and I have created S object of student, right? I hope you all did C++ course, right? So this is the object of student. You can also add a student object. So it can have any type of object, whether it is int, float, Python, or maybe any other object, right? So it is ordered also. Ordered means it has a fixed sequence. So that is why we have indexing from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like we have for string. Okay, so this is again a Python's core data type, which is heterogeneous in nature. Heterogeneous means it can have any type of data. Data can be of different types. It is mutable. A string is your immutable, but your lists are mutable. It means you can update value. If you want, you can update this 5 to any other value. For example, I want to update this with India, right? So you can update this. I will show you with program also. List is the most versatile data type available in Python, which can be written as list of comma separated values. So these values are comma separated, defined in square bracket. These are square bracket, and you can define by comma separating, right? So why it is versatile? If you compare with C, C++, Java, they are not heterogeneous, they are homogeneous in nature. That is why we call them array. So NumPy arrays are homogeneous in nature. They will be either integer or either float. They can't be both. They can't be both, either this or this, right? And arrays are much more faster. So NumPy arrays are generally used for scientific operations. So you have used one tool, right? MATLAB, right? So most of the people say MATLAB is equals to NumPy plus SciPy. It means whatever operation you can do in MATLAB, you can also do with the help of NumPy and SciPy. And NumPy and SciPy are Python library. NumPy is for arrays. Arrays can be n-dimensional, right? For example, and you have image data. Maybe you have a customer matrix on which you want to create a recommender system, and that matrix size is 10,000 by 10,000, right? In that particular case, if you want faster operations, so you need NumPy. You can't work on list, right? SciPy is scientific library for scientific computation, just like you do in MATLAB, right? Scientific operation means if you want to find Fourier transformation, right? Mathematical operation, integration, differentiation, okay, and other scientific calculation like sine, cos, trigonometry work, right? Also you can do Fourier transformation and other transformations. So it has all the mathematical operations that you have studied in your graduation or post graduation, right? So you can use this. Also the geometry part is also there, because I have used this library a lot in my first project in industry. You can also use, right? Still, I have seen in some position in data science they also ask for MATLAB. And one of my friend got admission in IIT Roorkee for PhD just because of MATLAB. He was good in MATLAB. He was good in MATLAB during his MTech. In his MTech, he has written his algorithms of data mining in MATLAB. So he was good in that. So some research researcher or research lab uses this software also, MATLAB, right? But you can also do the same kind of work in Python also. That is why Python, if you see, it is utilizing in research labs also, it is utilizing in industry also, right? So it is a one bullet which can help you in industry, which can help you in not only in research but in research also multiple fields like IoT, cyber security and other fields. AI, ML are of course there, right? Okay, so list is more versatile because it is heterogeneous in nature. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, I need to do all these things. Let's
just, would you mind going
sure
back?
Sure. Sorry, here, yeah, ask.
Oh, the entire content is gone.
No issues, you can ask the question, don't worry, ask the question.
Okay, so I think on the other part, the array part, you said these are homogeneous, right? So
yeah,
and the reason it works faster is because they have the same data type.
Right. Okay, and arrays are especially designed for the scientific operation, right? If you see in this world, every data set you are using, right, is at the end of the day it is matrix, right? For example, suppose I have your data, right? Your name is, for example, Ram, right? Your age is 25 and your you have some your or date of birth, right? So every data which you use in Excel or maybe in the form of table, each can be converted into a matrix. Or maybe if you will take image will be at the end of the day is also matrix. Everything at the end of the day is matrix if you come to the data science, because if you want to create a logistic regression model like y is equals to mx plus c, right? This is what? This is a linear equation, right?
Yes.
Right. So if you solve this, you can also solve this using matrix multiplication, A inverse or AB inverse, like if you did your course, right? ABX, then if you want to find AB inverse, right? Something like we do in our school days, right? On matrix. At the end of the day, everything is matrix. If you talk about image, what is image? It is a matrix of something like this, right? 720 by 720. So each pixel is representing your some value of that, right? So matrix is important. So due to this matrix or array operation, they created this library NumPy. So Python has multiple modules, or you can say libraries, right? For example, this is NumPy. Similarly, we have pandas, which does Excel-like operations. Similarly, for machine learning, we have scikit-learn, right? Similarly, for image, we have OpenCV. So for each and every kind of a domain, we have certain library. For example, I work in operation research. So there's a library OR tools, which is created by Google. Similarly, if you want to work on geomaps, right, there is a library named Folium. So in Python, we have modules and each module have their agenda. Agenda is the objective or purpose, right? So that's how it works. Any other question? Okay, right. Great. Let's move to, we will do now these operations, right? These all operations, we need to do it not today. Okay, let's start here, right? So, okay, in this slide, I will also keep this, right? So we are starting our list operation from here, right? List. Okay, let me put a hash here. Hash means heading 1. Okay, 1 hash means heading 1, 2 hash means heading 2, right? Okay, so this is a heading. Okay, now let's start from here list, right? Suppose I am creating a list items, right? I am giving it name items, right? So items can be anything, right? Suppose I am writing here Avinash, then course name is Python, right? Python. Okay, some number I am writing here, 89. Okay, and then I'm writing 2, then I'm writing another thing. What is it remaining? 2.5, right? This is here float value, right? And I will run this. So now first function we have learned in Python, print, and the second function is type. Type is very important function. It will help you a lot whenever you will debug your code. Sometimes you will get error just because of a data type. Alright, so Python decides this at runtime, right? So it's a list, right? Another way of creating a list is this: items equals to list. Now this is how we create objects, right? If you remember how we can create object, the class name and the function and these parentheses, right? This is how you can also define your list. But this will also work, but most of the people uses this because it is simpler, but you can also use this where this way is also there, right? Now we have items, right? So items is list, right? Now if I told you it is ordered, means you can't change the order. It will add items into order, right? So and it is mutable. Mutable means you can change the items, right? Suppose I want to change at first location, I want to change, and the indexing will be similar to your string indexing, right? And it also has reverse indexing, just like we have in string, right? Right now I want to update this Avinash to Navlani, right? So now you can see items. Now Avinash replaced by Navlani. It means it is mutable. You can change this, and it is also ordered, right? Now how can I show you it is ordered? Items dot append. Append means adding an item. Suppose I am adding item 54. Now items is adding item at the end. All right. You can also remove any items. Suppose I want to remove this 89, right? Items dot remove, right? I want to remove 89. So now you can see items 89 is removed from this. Suppose I will try to remove item again. It means this item is not there. Then hopefully we will get the error. It's a value error because this value is not existing into this list, right? There is one more way to drop the item or remove the item, which is known as del. Del is delete, right? Del items, I want to delete here this 2. Sorry, I need to give index here 0 1 2. 2 has index 2, right? So now I will see items. You can see 2 is deleted. So one way is remove, second way is del. Another way I can show you, right? But before that we should add some item. Append. Okay, append. Let me append here data science, right? Okay, now items have Navlani Python 2.5 54 data science. Now there is another function pop. This is just like a stack. In a stack we have push operation and pop operation. Pop will remove the item which added at the end, right? Try this. It will remove that item and it will also return that item, just like your stack, right? Now if you see items, now the item data science is removed and it is removed by pop, but the pop will return you the item also. It is returning you item also. If you see remove, right, remove here we tried, it is not returning anything, but pop will return you the item and it will delete the item which is at the end, right? Okay, one more thing, reverse indexing I can also show you. -1, at the moment at -1 we have 54, so it should return 54, right? You can also do indexing, start from 1 and go till 2, 0 1 2 and 3, no 3, it will show you till n minus 1, then the output will be these two. It will also work. So slicing is similar to slicing and indexing, it's just similar to your string one, right? Now we have seen lots of functions. We have seen append, we have seen remove, sort, no sort we didn't see, we seen remove, right? Remove we have seen del, list. Now let me show you insert, right? Insert, and then I will show you extend, then we will understand these two concepts, insert and extend, right? So insert, right? So I want to insert a item, suppose I want to insert item, so insert, take index an item, right? So index, suppose I want to add item at 0 1 2, at second place I want to add true, right? Or maybe I will add false, right? Now if I will check the items, Navlani, Python and false is here, right? You can insert at any index, Similarly, you can try other function which is extend, right? We tried one function append, right? So items dot append, let's append indoor, right? Now items has one more item indoor, right? Now suppose I have created one, I want to append multiple items. In that case you have to use extend. Extend will append a list. I am creating a list, right? For example, Pune, right? Delhi, right? And Bhopal or Jaipur maybe, right? So I want to append this items. So you can see whole list is appended at the end. So extend is used to append multiple items, and append is used to append a single item. So that is the difference between these two. Okay, these are the simple function. When you do practice, then it will then you will memorize this, right? And don't worry, when you work in industry, if you are not able to recall append and extend, you can do Google and use help and take help of Stack Overflow. You can't remember each and every function. It is not possible. And don't mug up the things. You should know the only basic functions. Apart from this, that if you are not able to recall, then you can use a Google also. But in some cases, when you do the machine test, right? In some courses sorry, not courses, some examination company wants you to remember the syntax, right? In that case you have to, but in certain cases I am seeing companies are open for that, you can use the Google, then in that case there is no problem, but you have to remember certain basic syntax which might be useful for your machine test, right? Yeah, anyone wants to say something? No?
Avinash sir, I want to know what happened in the line number 41. I missed it.
Line number 41. So line number 41 is just a slicing operation, right? Slicing means you start from index 1. So in this case you can see this is at 0 index, this is at index 1, this is at index 3, this is at index 0 1 2 and 3, right? Now items 1 column 3, it means start from 1 0 1, it will start from first indexing, 1 indexing, then it will go up to 3. It don't go up to 3, it will go up to n minus 1. It means 1 and 2 only. It will not write this, so it will return these two items. So we are doing a slicing of it, right? This is just similar to your string operation that we did yesterday also. I have shown you. And if you are not able to understand this, then what I can do is Jiteboard, right? Let's open it. You can use any online editor. I use this one because I found it very helpful, or it is easy to use, right? So for me, right? So if you see here, this is also just like your string, right? Suppose we have here 4 items, right? Avinash we have here, right? And we have here Python, right? And then we have 2.5, and then we have one more item here, which is 54, right? So 54 is here. Okay, so index 0, 1, 2, 3. Now if I am saying indexing starting from 1 and going till 3, it will show item first, then second, and not going to show 3, because it will go till n minus 1, right? So this will show only item 1 and 2 indexing item, and 1 and 2 indexing item are these. So it will output give Python at 2.5. Now it is clear?
Cleared, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Let's move to now one important thing, which is sorting, right? Okay.
Sir, 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Ask me.
So this is taking the all data type as you told, right? So it will take the expressions also.
Expression means mathematical expressions, right? Or some like 2 stuff, right? Let's try it out. I have not tried, right? So generally I follow book. Okay, they are saying these 4 syntaxes will work. Okay, I am okay with that. Yeah, but you are asking very good question. 2 comma 5 comma 2 into 2 and 2 plus 5 or 2 into 7 plus 3, right? Let me try this. X. Now you can see it is taking expression, but it is doing that operation. Or you can give this operation into a string form also, right? Let's give this into a string form, right? Now you can see this is coming as a string and others are coming as after calculation, right?
And Avinash, the X usually does append the data at the end. Is that the same function? Seems like extend is also doing.
Yeah, extend, but extend is doing for multiple items. It is taking a iterable. Iterable means here in Python it is taking a list, or you can also append a dictionary or tuple also. You can append any iterable object, right?
Not it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have one function sort, right? Okay. Control X. Yeah. So you can see sort. Now we have string, boolean, float. It won't work here. Sort is not going to work here. It will give error because some item are bool and string are not supported in this, right? So the simple way is, whenever you will apply sort function, you should make sure your list will have all the integer items, or maybe all the float items, int items, right? I'm creating int item. Okay. 2 5 1 0 3 7 3. Okay, so I have created this list, right? Now just if I will do this, okay, int items dot sort, right? So it will sort the item and it will update the list, but sometimes you don't want to update this list, right? You want this list in a different way or in a different variable. In that case, suppose that variable is items copy, right? Items copy. So what you will do is, instead of using sort, another function is sorted, right? Sorted. In sorted you can define this function inside this. So it is taking a list as input, and here we are calling this function on list item. That's a way, that is a difference, right? So items underscore copy comma int items, right? So if items, okay, yeah, right. So you can see this is our, okay, it is already sorted, right? Just a second. Now I will try this. You can see this is your original list which you created, and this is your items copy. So it is not updating the original list. It is not updating the original list, but it is taking input list as a input in function. It is not taking input in function. It is calling this list, is calling this function. So these both functions, sort and sorted, both have the same approach, both have the same efficiency. Same efficiency means both uses a sorting algorithm known as tim sort. Both uses an algorithm which is known as tim sort, and both have same complexity and log n. Both have same complexity and log n, right? Okay, so sort and update the original list. Okay, you can also sort this into reverse order, right? There is a keyword named reverse order in this also, in sorted also, right? For descending order, sort and return a different sorted list. It does not modify the original list, right? Okay, and yeah, and sure. Sure.
One, actually, when you were writing that, you actually accidentally, I think, added a blank also. I just wanted to understand if there is a blank in data and you are using a sort operation, whether it will go at the beginning or at the end.
Where is the blank? Where is the blank?
No, I was like, you were, it got mistakenly typed.
Yeah, okay. This one, right?
Yeah, like this. So if you run this,
Error.
Oh, so sort is not able to do the blank.
No sort. You will not able to create your list. Blank means you are not giving any object. So it will say you, it is a syntax error, you should give a value.
Okay, it has to be there, understood.
Yeah, so it has to be there. Items should be separated by comma. Items should be separated by comma. Right?
Understood. And last question on this would be, let's say you have two variables. One is, I think, let's say there is a two variable. One is age, which is integer, and then second is name, which is string format.
Yeah.
And in this case, let's say you use the sort operation only on one variable, let's say age.
Okay.
Now you are using the entire file. So what will happen? The age, because you use the sort function, it is already sorted, and name is not sorted because you did not run
okay,
the sort.
So it won't work as I given you initial example. If you see items.sort. So in items initially we have Navlani, Python, false. It won't run because it has a string and boolean operation, and we can't do this relational operator on this thing, right? So that is why it will give error. So whenever you want to apply sort, you should have either integer or floats.
No, I'm saying you have two variables. So are you saying like the list cannot have two variables? It can only contain only one variable?
It can have multiple variables, and suppose your one variable is a string and another one is your boolean and another one is your float. So if you want to apply sort, your list should have all the items integer or float.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm imagining this in the way the Excel work.
Right.
So what I was thinking is in Excel you have two variables. Let's say first variable is name, second is age.
Okay.
And now if you do the sorting only on age variable, the order is now disturbed. Like the
right.
name.
In that case, we don't use this. In that particular case, we will use another library named pandas. Right. Okay. So yeah.
So list can contain multiple variables in the order of but the operation will happen on everything together.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can contain, right? And for your example, suppose you have given name is suppose your A is name, and name is your B, and name is your, sorry, I am writing here C, and then I am writing here A is your name, suppose, and then your name is B, right? Capital B. Then you have your age, right? Age, right? So in age you have 23, 24, or 67, 12, 5, right? So this is your a data frame df, right? So df is just like, okay, maybe I have given some wrong operation or something. What is the error? All array must be all the same length. Okay, so this is 4 and this is 5. Sorry, my bad. Again, what is the issue? Okay, it should be like this. Great. Again error. Oh, okay. So this dictionary should end. Okay, so this is now df, right? So now you are thinking in way of Excel, right? So this is your table. Now you can sort this, right, sort values. Okay, you can see this is a function sort values, and I am giving age, so it will sort on the basis of age.
So all the data is getting sorted together. Yep.
Age,
Understood.
right? Yeah, and if you pass here name, in that case it will sort based on the name column, right? So this is another library pandas. This is called data frame. So data frame is equivalent to your Excel sheet, a single Excel sheet. Okay, yeah, let's move to another thing. Sorted I explained you, and both have the same complexity. You can use any of them, no issues. Another operation is reverse, right? Sorry, suppose you have items, right? Items, we have this items. Now you don't want to sort this, you want to do this into a reverse order. Then you have a reverse function, right? Now, sorry, items. Now you can see the order has reversed. Means it is reversing your order, not on the basis of your sequence or not on the basis of your item value, right? Now if you have this int item set, right, you can also try one more thing here, dot sort reverse equals to true. It will sort into reverse order, right, and it will update into the original value, right? Now you can see we have this into the descending order, right? Earlier we have an ascending order. Okay, so reverse and sort has a difference. Sorting, it is based on the values. Reverse, it is just reversing the order. Reverse means reversing the order. It is based on order of values, right? Reverse order of values, and here sort based on values. So here we are doing sorting, here we are reversing the order, right? So keep this into the mind when you use reverse. Some people I have seen, they try to use reverse. When I say them try to sort in ascending order, they use a reverse function, right? So don't use reverse function until you don't want to reverse the order. Okay, so we have discussed all the functions. Now some interesting things we need to do, right? We have 5 more minutes. Just a second, from current slide, right? Can a list original position can be retrieved after this sort function? Suppose I have a list 2, 3, 1, 5, and I sorted this. Now it is 1, 2, 3 and 5, right? Now can I retain the original order after sort? No. Why? Because order has changed, right? So you will keep in mind, if you are using sort, then it will change your order. Sometimes in your logic, order may be important. So if you want to do this, then you try to use a sorted, because you will keep your original array into a different name, original array, and sorted one into a different array. So please keep this in mind when you are using sort. Another question. Okay, one more simple function is there, which is a very simple function I have not told you initially, which is known as len, which means length. If you do this, it will return you the length of your array. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items are there, right? So length will return you the length. Similarly, you can use max, min, other functions, right? You can try these functions. Okay, I am leaving up to you. Now the important concept is list comprehension. So I will tell you one way. Okay, right. Yesterday we have seen one loop, for loop, right? For loop I in items. Items is your list, right? Now I am printing item. So what will happen? Each time it will pick one item and this for loop will execute. Jaipur, Delhi, Indore, 54, 2.5 false. All the items it is printing one by one, right? So you don't need to use that in C++. We use I++. Okay, I is less than J. Indexing. You don't need to do that indexing. It is very simple. For I in items, it will each time it will read one item at a time and it will try to print this. Now this operation we are doing in 2 lines. We can also do this operation into single line, right? For example, suppose you have a list, right? I'm creating a L list just to show you the way, right? Suppose a list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If I will do this into the for loop, it will do like this, right? L. Or maybe I want to square this, right? I'm writing this into 2 lines, but there is another way which is known as list comprehension, right? And believe me, this question is also asked in interview. What do you mean by list comprehension? And the time it is 4 or 5 years back, someone asked me this question, and that time I didn't know this operation is known as list comprehension. I was using this operation into my coding, but I don't know this is known as list comprehension. So I said I don't know list comprehension. So he was shocked that you are writing code from last 2-3 years, but you don't know list comprehension. So sometimes you are using those things, but you don't know what you call them, right? So it is also important to know the whatever logic you are writing, whatever functionality you are using. You should know what people call it, right? It is also important. So list comprehension is important. Why? I will tell you later. Just see, I can write this for loop into a single line for I in L. Okay, here I will do I star I. So it will create another list, new list, right? New list. This is a list and this is running a for loop. We are running for loop in a single line, right? So this new list will look like this: 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. So these operations are doing only into single line. Now what is the advantage of this? This will keep your code concise and simple, and it will also helpful in functional programming. Nowadays you are listening about functional programming, object oriented. You know, we create objects. In functional, a function call another function. A function will be called inside function, or a function will be a parameter of that function, like map, filter. So these operations are very useful when you do ETL operation, or you will write Spark code, or when you will work on big data, when you will work on Databricks. So these kind of operations will be helpful. So you should know how to write list comprehension. Of course, I am going out of my way because for loop we have not discussed. But whenever you study something, you will see some things which you are going to learn in upcoming lectures, and that is going to always will happen in real life also. So you should have habit of learning new things whenever you are getting a chance, right? So here you are seeing I am running a simple for loop. I am finding a square of this. I can also write this into a single line. This single line, a way of writing for loop in a single line in a list. These square brackets are representing a list. This is known as list comprehension. Okay, you can also read the definition here. List comprehension in Python is a concise way to create the list from existing list or iterable objects. Iterable objects, I will explain you what is iterable. Iterable can be tuple, list, dictionary. These are iterable objects, right? Now let's do another thing. I'm taking this code, right, to explain you. Okay, now You can see we have fruits: kiwi, mango, orange and papaya. Now I am writing this for loop, right? This is just similar to the upper one. Here I am multiplying I by I because I need to find the square. Here I am just putting same name, just and adding one if condition also. Now what is the if condition? If a in x, it means when you run for loop, this will look like this, right? When you run your for loop, colon, you will write out this if condition, and then you will append. Suppose append, you are going to append this into a new list, right? New fruits, right? Sorry, let me copy this, Control X, Control V. Okay, and then new fruits, right? New fruits is empty. So every time I will append this dot append x. If x has a, you can see in case of kiwi it don't have a, right? What is the error? Fruits. Okay, actually there is some issue where I'm copying, try to copy a code from, yeah, it is a problem. Whenever I'm trying to copy paste from code here, it has some issue, right? Don't worry, we can write in our own way, right? Maybe fruits, no issues.
Double quote is great, sir.
Double quotes, yeah, maybe double quotes will be issue, right? Yeah, you are right. Let me try this way, but it is not pointing that double quotes, right? Yeah, maybe because of the operating system or something. I am using Linux. No, maybe some string here issues. No problem, let me write it this way. From next time I will try to find some way for this, right? Mango, orange, right? And papaya, right? Okay. For I in fruits, right? And what we want to do, we want to check whether a is into I, and then we'll update this. So fruits will become new fruits. So new fruits is empty, right? So it is empty list. You can define empty list like this. It is empty, means it has nothing, right? Empty list. Okay, and then I will do new fruits dot append I, right? Great, it is executed. And when you print this new fruits, I am not using the print function, right? So don't worry about that. You can also, now you can say mango, orange, papaya, because kiwi don't have a alphabet, right? Now you are writing this code into 4 lines. Now I want to write this into a single line code. So for this, if I copy this new fruits, I will write into this. The for loop will be the same, right? This for loop syntax will be the same. I'm just copying this for I in this. Now it will return the I, but I also need to add if condition. If a in I, right? New fruits. The same operation now I'm doing in a single line. So this is list comprehension. Now you can see the code, how much code is concised. I know it. Writing this is very difficult. It took me a few days to digest this, to be frank, right? Because I am in a habit of writing these type of codes in C, C++, Java, right? So don't worry. Take your time. You do practice. It is all about practice. Coding is all about a practice game. But it is going to pay you so much in India. We are capturing 60% of IT market, right? If you are good at coding, it is going to give you a good career, right? Every big company has a back-end office in India. You just take the name, right? So if you are good in coding, it will also help you in your project management roles, in any role if you do in IT, maybe in HR roles also. If you are understanding the domain, then it will help you in hiring also, right? So I know it is a bit difficult initially, but if you try, it is not that much.